All right, folks. Sitting here today with DJ Delasalle from what is it, St. Augustine in Jacksonville. Where else?
St. Augustine, Jacksonville, and Palm Coast, Florida. So like the northeast region of Florida.
Like those beautiful beaches you see on the postcards, right?
Beautiful white sandy beaches. Nothing better.
So, right, DJ does huge things in all those markets, selling. So give me a random number of how many houses you're going to sell this year.
We're pacing for 750 this year. Even amidst the pandemic, it's up from 460 we closed last year. So pretty big growth. So I'm really excited.
So let's get right in because I was just talking to DJ offline, and I've been trying to get a call with him to pick his brain because the dude is killing it. So now I got you.
Let's do it, man. I'm excited to be here.
So dude, like, number one, how'd you get to that big number you did last year? Like,
so
you got the team of how many people, lead sources? I just want to know, man.
So team of right now is 26 people, not including admin or anything. So that's just selling agents working. We're heavily online, very big Zillow and Realtor.com, PPC. So we have a very large online presence, generating a ton of business and kind of different from a lot of models of, I know there's a lot of ISA models, but we kind of, we believe in the filtering into the agents themselves, letting them work it, doing the follow-up. So just a different system, but it's just, we started that in 2000. We started the team in 2016 and so we're a pretty young team kind of going into it. We just always ran that same play and it's just worked really well for us. So we're just going to stay on the path.
So, that's super interesting because me too, right? I think I started my team in 2016. You've been an agent for longer than me, I'm pretty sure.
Since 2006, yeah.
Yeah, so about 6 years longer than me. But I have about 26 people on the team right now. No ISA model up front. I have ISA for support, and the leads go straight to the agent. So I want to ask you one thing, like PPC. Where do you get your PPC leads from?
So we work with Boomtown. So Boomtown's a big, we've been with them since 2013. So just kind of been just working with them and crushing it.
What percentage of your business do you think is from PPC, DJ?
Probably honestly about 1 to 3%, very low.
Okay, good. So now, but do you guys get a ton of leads from PPC or no?
We generate 400 PPC leads per month, 2,500 right now. Kind of, that's up significantly from last year. Obviously, we kind of doubled down over the past few months when people were kind of releasing market share. We're just piking it up, so we've increased our ad spend quite a bit over the last 90
PPC
days.
too, huh?
Not so much to PPC, just because we're still trying to catch up with all the other stuff that we've been purchasing. So kind of pump the brakes on that a little bit.
So let's talk about that lead routing because I really want to copy it. So lead comes in. Do you have like jump ball or do you have people assigned? What happens?
So we run lead shifts. So right now we're running 9 to 1, 1 to 5, and 5 to 10. Then the 9 to 5 between those hours are in office. The 5 to 10 is taken from home. I have it separated between regions. So and then 2 people on per shift, 3 on the weekends, just because of the volume picks up heavily. So always somebody very specific, ready to take the lead, be in front of the computer, know what they're talking about, not distracted in Publix. Well, we have Publix over here, not grocery shopping, doing whatever. So just found it to be really effective to have a really intentional conversation.
And then is the routing done then through Boomtown or through something else?
Through Boomtown, through lead different, variations of lead, routing rules and regions. So, and Zillow, working on the back end of Zillow and all that stuff.
Yeah, sure. And then there's no ISAs up front. It's all the agent up front.
all the agent.
Any kind of
And
automation?
because they're, yeah, I mean, and then they're on the front end too, just to kind of, because they are in the office between the 9 to 5, sometimes there's multiple leads that come in. There's usually people in here that can be like, hey, grab that lead. So it's just worked really well in that. So as far as automation, they get a variation of different drip text and email automation that starts right away.
Is the systems around these leads consistent upon lead source? Like, does a Zillow lead get the same treatment as an RDC lead?
Right now they do. Yes, we're kind of working on some different formulas for different campaigns, but it's working well. So we haven't been messing with it too much. So why not?
My RDC leads get a massively different process than a Zillow lead. So I'm just trying to pick your brain.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people do
100 houses, dude. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just keeping the intent. I think it's it's in the follow up. Really, I mean, let's just get real. I mean, 1% of leads are ready to. Everyone wants that unicorn lead that comes in, says they want to go see the house, and then write it up. I mean, you've been doing this a long time. That's 1 out of 100 leads that come in is going to be that sort of unicorn. But being consistent and following up and having that cadence to keep doing it week after week, because your database, because of the lead, when you have 26 people and getting 50, 75, 100 leads per month, the only way you can properly keep up with them is to do to time block and do the follow up. And I know a lot of people talk about time blocking and follow up, but that's been a big recipe. And though it can be hard sometimes and monotonous, it's just kind of something that I found to be really effective.
Yeah, and I've heard you say that so many times, and I've tried to implement. So I want to know that, right? You have all the agents, except for maybe the one who's on the shift that morning, commit to doing their follow up for an hour, 2 hours. Is there a
a lot of people we do a morning huddle every day at 9 a.m. Quick 5 minutes, just a little draw or whatever's kind of pressing at the moment. We'll kind of break, and then they'll do follow-ups from 9 to 11. A lot of my agents, I get here 6:30. There's like 10 people here before 8 o'clock today. So they're just busy and they're just doing their follow-ups, getting it done, and then whatever they don't get between 11, they're trying to hit it all on the back end. You can see a lot of back end vitals in Boomtown. It's kind of how they track of who's sending emails, who's opening text messages, who's following along with their system. So it's been pretty effective on helping them keep up with it.
So, right, though, the first question that agents always have, and I hear it, is, well, I have to go do an inspection. The only time that the inspector can get there is 10 a.m. And, this buyer, they could only see houses at 9 a.m.
Now, so we live in Florida. Do you get the people that are definitely flying out that are visiting here? We do have a lot of people coming in from different places from out of town. So you always have your one-offs here and there, of course, but consistently the people that are true to their schedule and true to themselves and can set that as an appointment in their day that's non-negotiable, they're able to say, hey, I have an appointment till 11. I can meet you at 11:30. 99 out of 100 times it always works out. The person that needs to really do that, or we had an instance today that they work the night shift and they want to see something early in the morning because they sleep the majority of the day and then have to go to work. Well, obviously that we need to make that happen. So but just being true to it, and they see that it works. So I think that seeing everyone really busy and having deals and the success come from that, it's pretty good.
And so, do you guys have any like showing assistants or any of those kind of staffed jobs?
Not currently, no. We're hammering it away.
You're such my idol, bro. You have no idea. I love it.
It's hard. I mean, they're working hard. I mean, it's a lot right now, and we're growing. We should possibly be doubling in size in the next 60 days just because of the inbound lead opportunities and different people. We started a scholarship program, sending agents through real estate school over the past few months, and they're starting to pass their tests. So a big push of them coming in. So, but right now it's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of long days, but it's paying dividends for them. There, multiple people on the team have more than 10 pending right now.
Really, multiple?
Multiple. I have a girl on my team today that's going to execute five deals, and that's just insane. Today, within 24 hours. So crushing.
Wow, that's so. I mean, so like, what? I was like, you just took my friggin' you just made me forget what I was gonna say.
You're like,
So I mean, is the secret to these agents' success just the opportunities and time blocking? You think, or is there some other advice you give me? I mean, there's no secret, right? But I mean, what? Because you guys have experienced great growth the last few years, and like I said, I'm a big fan. So just want to know, what do you tell your agents you think that is making a difference?
I mean, I try to lead by example. I mean, I've been buying leads since 2000. One of the first people on Trulia and Zillow, and I've always believed in it. I've always done the follow-up calls. I'm here. I'm the first one here every morning. I'm, definitely putting in the hours myself. So I try to be a present team lead, and I know it's difficult to do a lot of the times, but I think Jordan just said, you and I were talking about the Jordan documentary. As a leader, it's tough. So I guess what's really kept us moving in the direction that we needed to keep moving in is the accountability factor, and being on a winning squad takes sacrifice, but it also takes a leader that can take some scrutiny sometimes for keeping the cadence and moving leads around and keeping people as busy as they are. So it's, as a team leader, it's definitely hard to keep the level of accountability at a really high level.
So do you and Lindsey, are you guys the ones going into the boomtown and saying this person's dropped the ball on this lead, I'm going to re-sign it?
Lindsey is the master of that. She's really good about that. I'm making sure the lead flow is coming in, different sources, working with reps, and making sure everything's really balanced and they're getting all of the opportunities consistently, moving things around. And Lindsey's, not just saying this because my wife, arguably one of the best operators I've ever seen.
Sure, no, absolutely.
So that's the secret sauce, really. I mean,
exactly.
I have Lindsey, and she. So go get yourself a Lindsey.
Yeah, get yourself a Lindsey. I'm thinking, well, maybe I should bring my wife in. Never mind. No, I'll just figure it out. Yeah. So, I mean, is it just like a thing, and maybe this is a question for her, and we'll bring her on in a future episode, is she just doing that like in her downtime, going through leads, or is it like a scheduled thing? Because I do it in my downtime, and it's a shitty thing to do when you don't have anything else to do, like on a Sunday morning, right? So is it like a scheduled thing that she does, or is it?
I mean, multiple times in the day. I mean, we even created an extra call shift in the afternoon that, hey, if you're available, grab it. We'll transfer you some leads that have registered in the past few days, because we all know as every day goes by, the chances of you getting a hold of them go down significantly. So, it's multiple times a day, and I think that's where we get lost a lot of time as team leads. Is like, hey, we're buying all this money, spending all this money to buy leads, and then we're not making sure they're handled properly. I mean, so I think putting the that should be the most time actually I think you should spend, is because it's what creates the growth of the business, because now you get to reinvest into the business, reinvest in your agents. Now more opportunity comes from that, and they then can make more money just because of the conversion.
I think I know what your answer is going to be, because I know you. It's probably going to be no, but have you ever thought about hiring a full-time lead auditor?
Yes. Actually,
every day. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's I think as as our evolution of growth kind of keeps going, I think that's definitely a full-time job is when you have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 opportunities coming in a month. I mean, it's is
that how high it is right now? 4,000 a month?
No, no. I mean, that's where we're I always like to future pace where we're going. we're here. We'll be there. I'm always looking towards the future of and
Good shit.
love the leads.
Dude, I think a VA could do it. Does this? Are there attempts logged? Yes or no? If no, you reassign it. Is there notes and a task and a stage set? Which, I mean, at least on my team, a lot of agents have a challenge. A lot of the good agents, like the people with the 5 escrows in one day, I'm sure that her Boomtown account is not the prettiest, right? Am I wrong?
Oh, it's amazing. It's solid. But here's why I think it can't be a VA, because if you're just transferring opportunities to just random people again, I think the open line of communication and somebody being present, because hey, you and I both know somebody has 5 escrows in one day, or let's just say you're on a normal day, you have scheduled showings, you have to do your follow-up, you might have an inspection, then you have to probably nurture a deal here or there. There's some, we all know there's overwhelming days in real estate, and I think that person being in house and being able to see what's going on, communicate with the agents, and getting the more available agents at that time, I think would be could a VA do that? Absolutely. But I think there's just so many different parts of the day that I think it's a very critical position. So I think it would be something we'll probably try to bring in house.
Yeah, what you're saying makes sense. Usually, are most of your agents in the office, DJ?
Sorry, you broke up. What was that?
Do most agents come to your office like every day?
Yeah, we do the morning huddle every day, and
So it's in person.
Everyone gets in person, and everybody. I have 2 offices, so I Zoom in whatever office I'm not at. So we pull it up there and just get after it, and it's always good. It's you can hear people on the phone, and then you can hear people. Oh, he just said that. She just said this. I'm going to use that on my next call. So it just kind of creates that energy and the camaraderie that I think is very important too. Because making follow-up calls is already let's get real. It's not the most fun thing you'll do in the day, but at least you have a buddy, and you're getting hung up on, or somebody's telling you to get lost. Like, you can laugh about it with your friend in the office.
I think that's something else too. It's, really feels like, and what I know from both you and Lindsey is that the office culture is probably pretty good down there. Seems like same kind of agents and a good vibe. I know you guys like hiring people from the service industry, right? Because our professional our college athletes, right? College athletes.
Yeah,
service.
Yeah, we have a lot of half the we have Flagler College here. We have half the baseball team, I think, that plays on the team, or plays on this team now. Played on that team, so it's good. It's a fun atmosphere, and I was a fine dining server myself, and there's just so many correlations between the two of multitasking, service, high level service, knowing what anticipating what the person wants, what they need. Just putting out fires, just all the kind of things that happen in the back of the house of the restaurant, just constant.
Dude, that's awesome. It's making me think about my team, and I don't know if we had any fine dining people, but we really don't have a lot of fine dining options here in Sacramento either. So, whatever. That's my excuse.
You gotta go over to French Laundry and grab them back and bring them over to you.
Those guys are probably expensive, dude. I don't know if you saw, but Napa is allowing regular in-person dining, like the first city in California right now. So that's exciting.
It's exciting.
So what's your advice to other team leads and broker owners, people like me?
As hard as it is, my best advice, and it's hard, but staying consistent and just holding true to your standards, and whatever that may be. And everyone has different standards, and maybe everyone doesn't want, I'm talking about 4,000 leads and trying to get to 2,000 deals in the next 18 months, but it might not be your goal. Everyone's goal isn't to have this like really large team. So whatever that is, if it is, if you want to be the best, person at FSBOs, whatever it is, own it, be the best at it, and just if your team is buying into it and bought into it, then just keep them to that cadence. And some days will be harder than others, but just if it works and believe in it, then that's your business.
That's good. So since we're buddies, what should I be doing differently on my team?
I would say get in the office, but it's California, so I don't think you can do that yet. But just keep at it and just keep the belief and keep the opportunities rolling in. You run a great operation, and I know you're a great team leader, and just continue to bring amazing people into the organization, because every person you bring in offers a different benefit and kind of creates a different thought process and patterns that most people, might not be thinking about. So I think as you grow, people, within the organization can sometimes see that as a bad thing. I think it's actually quite the opposite. More value, more different, opinions can kind of boost that morale and excitement throughout the organization.
Sick, dude. Thanks. Well, yeah, thanks for being on. I'm going to work on that. And
Thanks for having me.
The whole lead routing thing. You really got me thinking about the schedules. I'm about to call my admin right now. So cool. Thanks for being on. I appreciate your time. Say hi to Lindsay. We have to get her on soon too. And
let's do it.
We'll talk soon, bro.
Thanks, man.